bearers. They are tough talk. Their promises and commitment to deliver the goods. We analyze, we probe, we research and investigate. We face the nation with facts and accurate news.
2020 is the era of the realization of the plan.
How much did you give to end this?
I cannot mention. I'm talking about roll of money.
On Hard Talk, nothing is missing. All the sides, all the angles.
When you have a government whose back is against the wall, and they are so desperately trying to change the conversation.
The border closure affects Nigerians more than Ghanaians. How many Ghanaians actually applied that?
There will be never 100% anything on this earth unless you go to God.
I love to be here.
I'm known around the world as the cream of creams, Kofi Asante Mensah. Join me on Hard Talk on EP Radio TV. Hard Talk, going behind the hard talk.
Dear Vero, I am in love with someone who doesn't love me at all. Despite the fact that I have a man who is ready to battle the devil just that I am happy, but I don't love him back. Dear Vero, what should I do?
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon, the host of the most talked about show on TV and social media. On my story, we get to read letters containing real life issues and happenings of persons in various forms of relationships.
Marriage is an institution where you don't graduate.
Try to know yourself very well, your strengths and your weaknesses.
And in such instances, the men also have to know how to set the mood.
If you are my sister, I will tell you to divorce this guy.
Because immediately they are hurt, what comes into their hearts, if nobody stands there, they can act immediately.
We get to find profound solution to every letter that is worth of my attention. My story is a program that touches the very core of our existence.
When there's a problem, you are on your own.
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon. Make a date with me on my story.
On Hard Talk, we review and fact check our duty bearers. They are tough talk. Their promises and commitment to deliver the goods. We analyze, we probe, we research and investigate. We face the nation with facts and accurate news.
2020 is the era of the realization of the Pan-Africans.
How much did you give to end this?
I cannot mention. I'm talking about roll of money.
That's why you go to me.
On Hard Talk, nothing is missing. All the sides, all the angles.
When you have a government whose back is against the wall, and they are so desperately trying to change the conversation.
The border closure affects Nigerians more than Ghanaians. How many Ghanaians actually applied that?
There will be never 100% anything on this earth unless you go to God.
I love to be here.
I'm known around the world as the cream of creams, Kofi Asante Mensah. Join me on Hard Talk on EP Radio TV. Hard Talk, going behind the hard talk. On Hard Talk. Good afternoon, welcome to the program. It's Hard Talk here on EP Urban Radio. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah, the cream of creams. Today, I'm in session with a very prolific person. He is an activist. I'll share details with you in a jiffy. But I ask, is activism creating the necessary atmosphere or change in our body politics? How has activism contributed or even shaped the world? Even Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana. Once again, it's Hard Talk on EP Radio TV. I'll be right back to share more with you. On Hard Talk, we review and fact check our duty bearers. They are tough talk. Their promises and commitment to deliver the goods. We analyze, we probe, we research and investigate. We face the nation with facts and accurate news.
2020 is the era of the realization of the Pan-Africanism.
How much do you give to NDC?
I cannot mention. I'm talking about role of money.
That's why you brought me.
On Hard Talk, nothing is missing. All the sides, all the angles.
When you have a government whose back is against the wall, and they are so desperately trying to change the conversation,
The border closure affects Nigerians more than Ghanaians. How many Ghanaians actually apply that?
There will be never 100% anything on this earth unless you go to God.
I love to be here.
I'm known around the world as the cream of creams, Kofi Asante Mensah. Join me on Hard Talk on EP Radio TV. Hard Talk, going behind the hard talk. On Hard Talk.
Dear Vero, I am in love with someone who doesn't love me at all. Despite the fact that I have a man who is ready to battle the devil just that I am happy, but I don't love him back. Dear Vero, what should I do?
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon, the host of the most talked about show on TV and social media. On my story, we get to read letters containing real life issues and happiness of persons in various forms of relationships.
Marriage is an institution where you don't graduate.
Try to know yourself very well, your strengths and your weaknesses.
And in such instances, the men also have to know how to set the mood.
If you are my sister, I will tell you to divorce this guy.
Because immediately they are hurt. What comes into their hearts, if nobody stands there, they can act immediately.
We get to find profound solution to every letter that is worth of my attention. My story is a program that touches the very core of our existence.
When there's a problem, you're on your own.
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon. Make a date with me on my story.
So welcome back. Thank you very much. Why don't you just pick up your phone and call a friend? That Hard Talk is live. We're streaming live on Facebook, also on YouTube at EP Radio Television. Share our link and also leave a message if you're watching us live on Facebook. Today, I'm in session with Mr. Blessed Ughere. Ughere.
Yeah.
I keep struggling with this name. It's good to have you. President for the Orobomo Mudiaga movement. You need to help me all the time. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ghana,
The pleasure
if
is
I may.
mine.
Absolutely, and welcome to our studios.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good to have you. I'm very happy to have you.
The pleasure is mine.
How's Nigeria?
Nigeria is fine. We're doing very good.
Okay.
We're doing very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you go and come? Are you a resident, permanent resident of this country?
Not a permanent resident.
Okay.
I go often and come. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been around for a while now.
Okay.
Yeah.
For about 5 years.
Oh.
Maybe a month or two.
Yeah.
So you return.
Sure.
Okay. What do you do in Nigeria?
I'm a human rights activist.
Okay.
I'm a human, civil, and social rights activist.
Okay.
I'm a businessman also, and I'm a family man.
Let's talk about your activism now that you're a human rights and social etc. activist, I must say. What do you make of this LGBT stuff?
The LGBT stuff?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say per now on that for views' sake. I wouldn't want to mention on it for the now.
Really?
Yeah.
But do you support them?
Like I said, I wouldn't want us to talk about it for some reasons.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. You don't support the activities?
Like I rephrase again, I wouldn't want us to focus on the LGBT.
Is it about time we give them a hearing?
Everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves a hearing. So, sure, it's about time.
It's Africa and let's say Ghana, because the issue is very quite hot here in Ghana. Are we being too judgmental?
I don't see it being too judgmental because it affects you. So you have a right to speak up on something, it affects you. You have a right to air your mind. Yeah, so it's not being...
When they come to you to advocate for them, would you do it?
Sure. If I see, like I said, I wouldn't want to say about this. The reason why I want to say about this is that if I see, I believe in the ideas and I believe in the issue, why won't I join? As far as it is positive to enhancing a better community, what's wrong about it? Okay. That's my job, to make sure the environment, the society where I live, I contribute my quota to make it a good place for inhabitants to inhabit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you know our culture frowns upon it.
Yeah, sure. Our culture frowns upon it. So if it's going to, like you said, you have a right to air your mind. And that's where the two people, everybody has to come to a table and come to an agreement. This is how we want it. This is how we want it. It's not about somebody forcing something on you anymore. It is your agreement. Okay, this is my culture. This is how we do our culture. And you want this to hold. So how do we come in? We trade. Okay, if it's going to hold, this is how it's going to be done.
We talk, we dialogue,
we agree. This is how we want it to be done.
Okay. It's okay. Let's talk about your organization, your group.
Okay.
Since when did you assume office as president?
I assumed office as president since 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in my 3rd year, and I'm supposed to be there for 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Urobo Mujaga movement is a mass movement of Urobo rights activists with a view of projecting Urobo through credible governance, citizens' welfare, human rights, and all of it. So this encompasses us. These are what we do as an organization, trying to fight for those who think they are being oppressed by law.
So let's understand it. Urobo is a clan or a community or a tribe, which is
okay. Let's come from there.
Okay.
Urobo is the 5th largest group in Nigeria.
Oh,
yeah. We are bigger than about 51 countries in the world.
Oh,
yes. Urobo is situated in
I'm
the
not sure that
south.
includes Ghana. I'm not sure.
No, we shouldn't include Ghana. But
absolutely.
Yeah, there are a lot of countries I can count about more than even 51. Let's just have it for a more.
Okay.
Yeah, it is about 51 countries.
Okay.
We have a very large marks. We have agriculture. We are blessed in mineral resources like agriculture, to gas, to oil, crudes. Just name it. We are very blessed to the fishing, to rivers, waterways, for tourist attractions and all of it.
Okay.
We have all of it there. Yeah.
The Mudiaga, what does it mean?
Okay, Mudiaga means stand.
Oh, stand.
Stand feet. Urobo Mudiaga movement totally explains that Urobo stand feet movement.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. It is born out of the view that a lot of wrongs are going on
in society.
Okay. And as a nation, there is a need for a voice to be heard about the nation, whereas all that nation are standing tall. Not minding that we are the Urobo nation as a nation has one of the oldest traditional institute or traditional organization, which called the Urobo Progress Union UPU, oldest in Africa. As in Africa, I think if you have to equate it, it should be age with the Woolworth of South Africa, the organization. Yeah. So, being as it is made, it was founded with a vision, but as it is at the modern age, it's like the leadership has derailed from the vision of the founders. So we at the Urobo Mudiaga movement believe in this vision of the founders. We have believe in the visions of persons like Mukoromowo. Mukoromowo was the founder of Urobo Progress Union. We believe in his legacy, and since it has failed, we won't let the idea to fail. We have to come back to it, find a way, back the idea. Since the ideas are good for the development of our people, we won't keep them buried. We have to reignite the spirit of Mowo.
How do you do it to reignite the spirit into the youth?
Yearly, for the past 7 years. Yeah, for the past 7 years, yearly, August 10th, we come together to celebrate Mukoromowo's Day.
Oh, okay.
Now, every August 10th, we don't just celebrate it. We sit and talk about Mukoromowo and his peers in his days. This is somebody who has died for about this year should be making it about over 40 years. I can't figure about 48 years, 49 years.
Okay.
But his works still speak. He died at the age of 35. Okay. So young. But its works, its infrastructure, the infrastructure is built at then still stand to the test of time. They are still available for us to see. So this man has a focus, he has a vision. When we sit to celebrate him, we don't just sit to be happy or drink over it. We reminisce about this man. How was he able to achieve these things? And what are the obstacles that he met, that he thought he was able to conquer? And why should we, at this current age, put up his spirit and try to do same? And if anything is going to stop us, what should we look on to give us motivation? This is where we come together every 10th. This year we are preparing for a strong one in Nigeria.
What's significant about the 10th August?
The 10th of August was the day he died.
Okay.
It was his memorial.
Okay.
It was the day he died after fighting for so long for the Robo people, fighting on land, fighting just like you have Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana and the rest of them.
Sajifo.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's it.
That's true. And share with me some of the key challenges. Maybe you may have a lot, but just few of them that you have faced personally as president of this movement.
As a president of Robo Mudaga movement, you know, first of all, as a president, the moment you become a president, you stop being yourself. You follow, you stop being yourself. You start being a good follower instead of just yourself. You listen. One, you be a follower, not a leader. Leadership was explained by man to be followership in its best form. Now, as a leader, there are a lot of good things that you have to face. You are a leader of the bad, the good, and the ugly. You must accept this. Some favors you, some don't. Some love you, some don't. Some hate you. But that does not mean that those who hate you are not your followers. That does not mean, it simply means that they have another idea of doing things that are not in your way. There are betrayers all the time. A lot of betrayers have to come in. Even fighting, there are times you'll be at the front of war, but you find out that your best pal was supposed to be your angel room. It's against you. And what do you do as a leader? Do you fight back at that time? No. You build a bridge. Come on. There's a lot of challenges we have to meet.
Reading about you and your organization, I learned you are quite an autocratic leader, and you don't have a good rapport with your predecessor, your previous president.
Yes, actually, not that I really don't have a good rapport with them. We have good leaders and we have bad leaders. Just as every society is, you have a bad and a good. I believe that I do not support you does not make me your enemy. It simply states that I do not see things from the area or the angle you see things. I could be fighting for the development of Urobo nation in my own way that is different from yours. Like we see Martin Luther King and or what's this other name, the other counterpart. They were fighting for emancipation of the black, but with different approach. Luther King believes in non-violence, right? And others believe in violence, but they do not mean that they are not fighting for same goal.
Which one do you believe in?
I believe there are non-violent way we can handle things without going to violence.
But you have organized several demonstrations and several uprisings
that are non-violent. We have a right to place out our cards and say, no, we do not want these policies for our government. We have the right to say this thing is not going to help our children. We have the right without tampering with another man's right. I am doing that. I don't have to disturb your work. I am doing that in line with the laws that govern.
2 years of being president, what has been your biggest achievement?
2 years of being president is a long way, though short but long. We are able to fight the Fulani still. Yeah.
The Fulani herdsmen.
Yeah.
Is it a major problem?
It is a major problem that has kept our mothers from going to farm.
You don't mean it?
Yeah.
So they are home?
They are home. There are communities on the Robo land that do not go to farm as it is right now. We are still fighting. But 4 months ago, about 6 persons were killed in Agadama community in Ughere North local government. They were shared, killed, no case.
Wow.
We came out, we went there. I went to the community where it happened. I met with this community chairman who is late right now.
Okay.
He died about 2 months ago. We shared things and we found out how it happened, how our people are being killed. Look at Abraka. A woman went to farm at the Abraka, the Delta Institute of Education in Delta State. Okay. All to reach his farm, she saw cows destroying the plants. And he tried to raise alarm. Hey, stop it! And they brought out weapons just to kill the woman. Out of fear, the woman went to a corner, called the son. Hey, where are you? Please, And the son mobilized. Him and his friend went to the farm and he was killed under the watch of a mother. What about the insecurity that is being rumored to be Fulani herdsmen? What about kidnapping our roads? You can't drive through the roads anymore.
Mr. President, how are you dealing with stuff like this? How realistically are you dealing with them to keep the menace?
The truth is that it's difficult, but we just have to fight. This is difficult. From time to time, we meet with community leaders, community youth leaders, because we understand very well that security job is not a one-man thing. We meet with the police. We meet with local vigilantes to see how to prefer solutions in making sure kidnapping.
Have you ever bought ammunition for them?
I am in no place to buy ammunition. Yes, I am in no place to do that. The government are in charge of doing such. If I have to do that, I have to make sure they pass through the government, and there are laid down procedures in acquiring firearms.
Have you done some before?
I haven't done that.
Do you have a gun?
I don't have a gun because I don't need it. I don't need it. But my people are suffering. I, for one, I could actually live my life because I have my people, I have the boys, I have this, I have that can guide me.
Ensuring there is justice for these people who have just lost their life because they want to plant something for all of us to eat here in Nigeria.
You see, this justice you're talking about, I have so followed it to the extent we've gone to the security, we've gone through the law, and we even need stakeholders in fighting this. For example, there is this leader of is it OPC, the Yoruba people. He's one of the living legends of the Yoruba people. It's called the Hanhare Oni Okakafolan of the Yoruba people. He told me the position he sits is a very vital seat that he has to die at the end of affair. He has he's aware of it. But he has been able to fight the Fulani men in his community. Hence, that the Nigerian nation could understand that this man has tried.
Do you know this man? Do you know him?
Yes, he is my governor.
Is he doing well?
You see, humans, we are humans and we have our own failures and our own right side. For some extent, he's doing well. I would clap for him. I would say he's doing well in some area like employment, like salary structure, salary payment, and all that. But there are other areas that he has not done well.
Which are
infrastructures development. Yes, and employment is a key to in Nigeria. Is a very big issue, and he's trying his best by bringing in skill acquisitions to build in capacity, human capacity. Since there are no office jobs for graduate, he attempts to bring in trained people for that. But it has still not solved unemployment problem. Road, on construction of road, I can say yes, he has done about 30%, but it's not enough because the road he constructed, there are rumors that the roads are not doing well to taste of time. Like I said, we are human. But on the state headquarters beautification, I give him all for that. He has done very well in Asaba. This is his second tenure. In the first tenure, we can say Asaba is beautiful more than his predecessor did.
Have you met him?
Personally?
Personally, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you talk about?
Still on activism. The rights, the violation of activism of citizen of a state, the rights of the citizens, the violation and all of it, and how we tend to work with government to make sure these issues are not being problematic in our society.
I see security as the major issue at Delta. Share with me the governor actually being frank.
Yeah.
Do you think
he has done well.
He has done well.
No. In security, he hasn't done well. He is trying his best, but he hasn't done well.
Did you tell him when you met him?
I didn't tell him when I met him because it is at this time. I met him, it was in his first tenure. But now we are in the second tenure. And the things that happened in his first tenure are not same right in this second tenure.
Are things reducing or degenerating?
Oh, they are getting worse. They are getting worse. Not just because of him. It is a national issue that every state has to survive in its own way. And to an extent, he has tried, like I told you, 30% I can give to him. I can give him all.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about occultism.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, especially your area.
Okay.
You're from the Delta.
Occultism.
Yes. And all of that. How is it like?
Sincerely speaking, occultism is a menace that has taken a lot of lives in Delta State in particular. You see, it starts from secondary school at the moment right now. At the moment you see young guys killing themselves all because of little issues that are not supposed to be of importance to society.
Girlfriend,
boyfriend, for being the Lord over some, why you not being loyal to me, and all of it. Getting powerful.
Okay.
And you don't see where this leads to when it comes to development. Rather, it shy away developers, it shy away investors from our society. For a long time, we've been fighting about this anti-cultism, cultism in our land, cultism in the rural land, cultism in Delta State, and the rest of it. In fact, it took one of our favorite warlord, who was the president of anti-cult. He just gave up. He tried so much for anti-cultism. He tried, he fought with all his blood, that he was even nicknamed 007.
Wow.
But at the end of it, he was killed. May his soul rest in peace, but history will never forget him.
That's very
so we have done so far in anti-cultism. We fight, we're trying, and we're still doing. We're trying, we negotiate, we meet people, we try to see, speaking to them, try to make sure we have a relationship with these guys, and try to let them know this will not help your future. This will rather destroy your future. It will rather make your future disrupt and all of it. And try to see them, seeing beliefs, seeing reasons to not go into cultism and all of it.
Let's briefly talk about kidnapping. Many Ghanaians are quite afraid of Nigerians because notably they are noted for this kind of behavior. How is it like here in Ghana and also there in Nigeria Delta?
In Nigeria, I don't know how to say, but it's a pain. It's a pain also to us. Because kidnapping, like I said, it is unsafe to travel through road in Nigeria as it is right now. You can't travel to Lagos. When you're traveling, you're always praying. You're not praying for accident this time. You're praying for kidnapping. You're not praying for good drivers anytime. You're praying, God, as I'm going, I shouldn't be kidnapped. Is it become something that has been so
in broad daylight?
In broad daylight. Can you just few days, 300 students were kidnapped from the north. You saw it on news. 300 students, girls. How do you kidnap? How do you take such students without having issues? 300, these are not 30. They're not 30. 300. The last time it was how many? 600. It has become a routine, a normal thing in our society. And it's painful that our government are still being lackadaisical about these menaces that have befallen our nation. I don't know for that of Ghana, but for Nigeria, it is too much.
I'll come back so we'll talk more about Ghana and how you also know Ghana, the politics of our country Ghana, how it relates to Nigeria, and also how Africa can step up in terms of being economically free. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah, the cream of creams, and this is Hard Talk. You have to help me with your name again because
activist Ughere, blessed.
Activist
Ughere, blessed,
yeah, of course. And he's the president of the
Mudiaga
movement.
Yeah.
Yes. Today we're having a chat with him. We're learning more about activism and his activities he's been doing here in Ghana, and also much of them in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, then we can sell more. On Hard Talk, we review and fact check our duty bearers. They are tough talk, their promises and commitment to deliver the goods. We analyze, we probe, we research and investigate. We face the nation with facts and accurate news.
2020 is the era of the realization of the Pan-Africanism.
How much do you give to NDC?
I cannot mention. I'm talking about role of money.
That's why you brought me.
On Hard Talk, nothing is missing. All the sides, all the angles.
When you have a government whose back is against the wall, and they are so desperately trying to change the conversation.
The border closure affects Nigerians more than Ghanaians. How many Ghanaians actually apply that?
There will be never 100% anything on this earth unless you go to God.
I love to be here.
I'm known around the world as the cream of creams, Kofi Asante Mensah. Join me on Hard Talk on EP Radio TV. Hard Talk, going behind the Hard Talk. On Hard Talk,
Dear Vero,
we review.
I am in love with someone who doesn't love me at all. Despite the fact that I have a man who is ready to battle the devil just that I am happy, but I don't love him back. Dear Vero, what should I do?
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon, the host of the most talked about show on TV and social media. On my story, we get to read letters containing real life issues and happenings of persons in various forms of relationships.
Marriage is an institution where you don't graduate.
Try to know yourself very well, your strengths and your weaknesses.
And in such instances, the men also have to know how to set the mood.
If you are my sister, I will tell you to divorce this guy.
Because immediately they are hurt. What comes into their hearts, if nobody stands there, they can act immediately.
We get to find profound solution to every letter that is worth of my attention. My story is a program that touches the very core of our existence.
When there's a problem, you are on your own.
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon. Make a date with me on my story.
All right, so we are back to soar and fly more higher with me, Kofi Asante Mensah, the cream of creams. Today I'm session with Mr. Ughere.
Blessed.
Yeah, you just have to help me out. And he's the president for the
Mudiaga movement.
Mudiaga movement.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm trying.
Yes,
Why
sir.
not?
Yes, sir.
We have some few pictures and videos we want to show to you
Okay.
of his activities or his activism, and our production team would help us fly some of the videos and some of the pictures to you. It's very important, and they are live now. You can see some of them on your screen. And what were you doing here? A protest? Yes.
Yes, it was a protest at the NSAS protest.
Okay.
NSAS started from Ughere. And Ughere is the headquarters of Urobo Nation. In fact, as I'm talking to you, Nicholas McColomin, the videographer of NSAS, is still in cell as I'm talking to you right now.
Why?
He is alleged to give, is it a fake media issue? He was alleged to have said the guy who was pushed out of the vehicle died, but he didn't die. That is what we hear a rumor to be. And he was charged to court, and case was being handled at court until January when he went for a court proceeding, a court hearing over the issue.
Okay.
He was taken from the court, arrested from the court.
Wow.
We are still on the issue. We are still fighting for Israel. We are still trying to see how litigation can help to solve the issue.
So these are pictures and videos from what the president, absolutely, you've been doing.
And now the order was over the presentation. I have to go and present the 12 demands by Ughere youth to the governor of Delta State on NSAS, what we want the governor and the government to do for us as citizens. Talking about things that can help citizens have a better living in society, from taxation to unemployment to sidelining of appointments to youth inclusiveness in government and ruling and all of it. Those were our demand for the answers.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I can see you over there.
Yes, sir.
Your usual beret.
Oh.
And let the fathers come home.
Yeah. We will take care of them as youths. Yeah. The fathers have done well. They've been there for years.
Absolutely.
So they have to step down because their bones are weak right now. And we are the youth, according to the Bible. We are the strength of the nation. So we have to take over.
Absolutely.
And work for them.
And that's you in your usual glasses, usual beret, talking very hard
at the rally.
Please go ahead and leave your message on Facebook for us to read them live here on EP Radio TV. And my name is Kofi Asante. I'm here with the president for
Urobo Mujaga movement.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about corruption in Nigeria. Listen, the Transparency or Corruption Transparency Index ranked Nigeria as out of 180 countries, Nigeria was ranked 146.
Upward or downward?
What? I love the way you ask.
I want to know where we are.
You see, when you are getting more to what you call the 180 or the 180th country, meaning you are worse in corruption.
Okay, good.
So the Ghana was around 75. Yes, and we spoke bad about it here.
So we are about 40 ahead of you.
Absolutely.
Good.
How is corruption in Nigeria?
It's worse. Frankly speaking, it's a hard talk, right?
Yeah.
So I have to air my mind. I have to say it, not because of
factual. Say it as
factual as it is. Not because I'm looking for an appointment from somebody or because I feel like if I say the truth I won't get stipends from them. No, it's worse. The corruption fight by President Mohammed Buhari is false. It's a total lie and all of it. Yeah.
You don't mean it?
Yeah, I know. Probably after the production I may be called for questioning or arrest, which is the normal rotting of the Nigerian government, threatening activities.
Anyone who talks about corruption?
Yeah. Maybe you talk something that is opposite to the government. You're being.
But you are telling on this show, Muhammad Buhari's government.
It's not done. Has failed totally in the anti-corruption fight for Nigerians. It is one-sided. And not just one-sided, even in the one-sidedness, it has cartels.
So why didn't you vote him out? You gave him another time to continue the
process. I did my work very well as an activist. I didn't vote for him.
You didn't vote for him?
No, because I didn't believe in him.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for President Goodluck and Atiku. Because I believe, even though I believe they are both good and same eggs, like Buhari and Atiku, none of them is more better than each other. But I could see that this could still be accepted, not because he's clean. No, I feel they are all bunch of same people trying to usurp the wisdom or the sense of Nigerians. You can't be telling me you are fighting somebody, corruption, and because you are fighting corruption, you're using it as a bait to fight your enemies, your perceived enemies. And not because people are corrupt. If you're fighting corruption, charity must begin from home.
He has no corrupt people in his government.
God bless you. So anyone who comes to your political party is a saint. I'm not being partisan. No, I'm not a partisan person. But if he must come for equity, must come with what?
Clean hands.
Clean hands.
Is Buhari corrupt himself?
I can't say because he's still in power, so I can't say if he's corrupt or not corrupt at the moment.
Are you afraid?
Why should I be afraid? I have been in activism for more than 13 years. In fact, by June next year, I'll be 15 years in activism. I have seen all that could happen. I have been arrested. I've been taken to prisons. I've gone through a lot of things in activism that I do not see as a threat to me anymore. My mentor, Mukoro Moro, said, if you are living and your importance is of no use to your immediate society, then you shouldn't have been born. So every man has to look for his importance to his immediate society. If speaking out against bad governance is going to make me bad, then let me speak out. Let my children be aware that I spoke against evil and I was arrested and I was killed. I have lived a life and I've made a mark. Jesus lived for 35 years or 33 years.
33 years.
And he's being remembered today. Right? Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, what's his name? They all lived short life, but they are remembered. The life you are living should be circled about what will you be remembered, even at old age. If you live 100 and you are remembered for nothing, then you are a waste to humanity. I'm a young man. I'm in my 30s. I do not wish to die before my children. But if it happens, let it be on a good note that I died for something and not a forgotten issue. I want my name to be echoed in my grandchildren. Be proud to say, yes, I am the son of Ughere. I am from the lineage of Ughere. The Ughere are known to be this. This is what I want to die for.
President Ughere, is Mohammed Buhari corrupt?
Like I said, he is still in power. You do not rate a man while he's sitting. His government is perceived to be corrupt. But I can't say he's corrupt because he's still in power. What if in the next 2 years he makes things well and what I say as corrupt becomes good? How do I come to the people and say the man is corrupt and the man is no longer corrupt anymore? So I can't judge him right now. He's in power. But his policies are not good or favorable to citizens.
One of the economic giants in West Africa is Nigeria. Very, very giant. We are learning some 50 billion USD flies out of Africa every year. Of course, Nigeria is part of it, Ghana is part of it.
Yes.
How can we nip corruption in the bud and stop corruption in Ghana, Nigeria, and Africa?
Good. When I was coming here, this was the issue or the topic I discussed with the taxi guy who took me here. We talk about Africa. Why has Africa refused to grow? Development started in Africa, right? And we were able to narrow the issues to a point that the reason why Africa has refused to develop itself is because Africa has failed to believe in itself. We have businesses. Nigeria, for example, Nigeria supplies produced the highest number of cassava in Africa. Ghana produced the highest number of golds, mining, cocoa in Africa. Nigeria will leave Ghana to transact business with America. Ghana will leave Nigeria to transact business with China. Uganda will leave Africa. Not that what they are looking for is not in Africa. It is right here in Africa. But we look up like it never exists. So we're bringing our wealth and taking it to them. Our politicians, I call them politicians, they neglect us. When you steal, okay, you've stolen. I'm okay, you've stolen. Okay, please use this money that is stolen to build an infrastructure for us. At least you stole much, and from the much you steal, you could even give us employment. It will be a little bit of more better. But you see, it is not so. Africa will continue to fall. I do not pray for this. But until we are wise and know that what we need is to support ourselves and not looking for favors from Western world.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So touched with it.
Thank you. So this is what we need. Yeah. Our orientation. We
have to believe in ourselves.
Believe in ourselves. Yeah. We can do this. Yeah. It started from Africa. Somebody was telling me our history. You ask them, he said, Africa do not have history. Who told you? Is there anything that exists without history? The day you step your foot here, that day an history is made. The life you live in, that the day you were given birth to, we didn't fall from heaven. Somebody must have tried to wash our brain and take off our history from us so they can give us what they know and what they want us to believe. Because if you know your history, then you, according to Bob Marley, know where you're going to. or where you're coming from. But when you don't know your history, anything that is being said is okay by you.
Let's end by talking about COVID-19.
Okay.
Do you believe it exists?
As a person, I'm a traditionalist.
Okay.
I'm an African man. I'm a traditional leader. We were told it exists, and the market is being coming to Africa like it kills us more than every other person. Well, I will obey the regulations of COVID-19 because I wouldn't want to be a specimen for test. But I believe malaria kills more than COVID-19. Malaria has taken more life than COVID-19. But why have the international world not taken it as an international issue, leaving it to Africans to die and take care of themselves? Why is it that in the current statement, in current index, African has less of COVID-19? Yes, than the Western world, Europe and the rest of it has more of COVID-19. But why is it that the vaccines have been sold here? Why are there no vaccines for malaria? Yes, like you asked, there is COVID-19, and I believe that there is COVID-19. But it's a business for some airlights in the world. That is what I have believed.
Really?
Yes. It's a business. It is in existence. COVID-19 kills. That is a factual truth. But it's a business for some persons.
Well,
that is what I believe.
Who is that person?
Sorry, I can't name. I just believe there are bourgeoisies who make laws to favor them, who bring out issues. There are rich big wings who you can't even mention because you can't even reach them. But all they think about is how to favor their prosperity, how to make sure they go. But my pain is that it has to be with Africa. We have a lot of continents. Why don't go to India? Why don't go to any other places? Why must it be Africa? If you want to test your drugs, you come. Are we animals? Aren't we humans? Does blood not flow in us?
But from the last check, several millions of the world's citizens, members of this world, in exception of Africans, have taken the vaccine.
Yes.
So why do you think it's targeted?
The vaccine has all that issues with the vaccine that I cannot say because they are not scientifically proven. They are like tests that are not yet theories. So these arguments have kept me wondering, should I take it or should I leave it?
Would you take it?
I will take it.
You won't take it?
Yes, because I believe I have traditional herbs that can help me, that are even more of value I can help the whole world than the vaccine.
And that's what you preach to your movement people?
We have roots and herbs in Africa. Roots and herbs in Africa that can help you. Malaria has been killing us for years. How have we been able to survive it? Lassa fever has killed us. How have we been able to survive it? Ebola has killed Africa. How have we been able to survive it?
You believe in herbs?
I believe in herbs.
Do you take herbs yourself?
Of course I take herbs. They are medicinal.
Do you take cannabis?
I don't take cannabis, but I take herbs.
Cannabis is a herb.
Yes. Cannabis could be seen as hard drug.
Do you take cannabis?
I don't take hard drugs. I take herbs.
Have you smoked before?
Sure, I smoked before.
Was it cannabis?
Cigarettes. Is cigarette cannabis?
All right.
Good.
Let's talk a little bit and wrap up with Ghana.
Okay.
You know Ghana. Ghana, Nigeria. We meet in sports. We do a whole lot of stuff, you know, of course. And you've been monitoring our politics. Of course, John Mohammed is in the Supreme Court.
Okay.
What would be your quick comment on our politics in Ghana since Jerry John Rawlings, 1992, President Kufuor came in, and the others still, and Nado is here?
Like I said, the African political system is porous. Even the judicial system is not trusted. Yeah, the African judicial system is not trusted. A situation where somebody steals 5 million pensioners, 5 billion pensioners money, and you arrest that person and say, oh, you either go to jail or pay 300,000 from the 5 million he stole. So we can't say anything about it. We wake up and see things just the way it is. It's African politics and everything is porous. How did somebody wake up in the morning and say, my fellow Nigerians, the 3 billion or 30 billion that was made for WAEC was stolen by a snake. My house get turned to a snake and swallowed 30 billion naira. Just like that. And no case. Somebody here woke up and said, the EPZ contract, also contract money, the monkey came into my office, took the money, we pursued the monkey, and the monkey ran into the bush. And everybody believed that. Fuck, we do not believe in all this again. My generation, our generation, we are suffering. You go to court, and because you don't have money, the law does not favor you. Because you can't go behind and meet with the chief judge and discuss with the chief judge, so when you come to the courtroom, it's against you. We can't even believe in the judicial processes. Where do we start from? Where do we start from?
Who's your favorite president of this Republic of Ghana?
Who else is not John Rawlings? He has tried.
You believe in militancy, so you would always go for him. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Maybe some few last message for your people. They are watching on social media, of course.
What I want to say to people, to Nigerian youth,
maybe you can
to
say
African
that in
youth,
your local language.
Okay.
Yes.
Obenego no vuo robo. Akwezobi wa ona nyovo. Ohore la oborobo yere akpoeje wonyomi. Ejowo ahori horina ohorina yawa. Urobo ogba. Urobo enio. Urobo opopego. Ara gidia, ara mudia, emudiaga. Awa mlene akpa urobo, akpa Nigeria, akpa Equatorial and Africa. Upenu mi agwaro. Yeah.
So all that you said, summarize in some few words.
All right, is that we must stand and believe in the fight for a better nation.
Okay.
There are vices that will not allow us, but we must not be weighed down.
Okay.
We must not let it down. Freedom is not given. Freedom is demanded. We must keep on demanding it, and I believe together we shall make it. God bless you all.
I thank you, Mr. President, for coming.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you so much. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah, and this has been Hard Talk. Thank you for watching so much. I love you so much. And like I used to say, the chameleon changes color to match the earth, but the earth never changes color. God bless you. We'll meet again.
Thank you.
Dear Vero, I am in love with someone who doesn't love me at all, despite the fact that I have a man who is ready to battle the devil just that I am happy, but I don't love him back. Dear Vero, what should I do?
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon, the host of the most talked about show on TV and social media. On my story, we get to read letters containing real life issues and happenings of persons in various forms of relationships.
Marriage is an institution where you don't graduate.
Try to know yourself very well, your strengths and your weaknesses.
And in such instances, the men also have to know how to set the mood.
If you are my sister, I will tell you to divorce this guy.
Because immediately they are hurt. What comes into their hearts, if nobody stands there, they can act immediately.
We get to find profound solution to every letter that is worth of my attention. My story is a program that touches the very core of our existence.
When there's a problem, you're on your own.
My name is Veronica Akom-Roxon. Make it with me on my story.